Hi everybody, I'm Palmer Pickering, and I normally don't do videos like this, but I have this whole 4 stacks of books that I'm looking forward to reading in 2026, and I thought I would share them with you. So if you don't know who I am, I'm an author, an indie self-published author of science fiction and fantasy, and in terms of like kind of what's been going on for me for the last year regarding reading, just like 1 minute to let you know who I am. Um, I've been working on some books that are going to come out in 2026, continuations of my existing books. Um, I have the Darktown series, Tales of Temerity. The Swamp is coming out. I have Moon Deeds. It's a long series, Star Children Saga. I will be putting out the third book of the first arc trilogy, the Moon Deeds trilogy, coming out later next year. And Heliotrope is a standalone kind of epic fantasy, heroic fantasy. So you can check those out. But I didn't release any books this year in 2025, but I did do some kind of landmarks or milestones in my community, kind of in the writing community. I took part of my first readathon in March with the Key Mark Discord. That was a lot of fun. In August, I went to Worldcon in Seattle. I ran the Freebies Lounge, which was super fun and allowed me to meet a lot of people, get introduced to a lot of books. So that was loads of fun. I was on a couple of panels as well. And I just recently joined the Fanfi Addicts review site, so I'm super psyched about that. Anyway, let's jump into the books that I have in my stack. I'm going to start with indie books. So the first one that I'm going to continue is Bloodstones by Tori Tacken. I've been looking forward to this for a while. I started it. I think I'm on like chapter 4 or something. But I set it aside to finish a couple chunkers that I also was reading in parallel. Grand Conspiracy by Jenny Wirtz and Prophet of Idan by Philip Chase. I was reading all 3 of these at once, so it was kind of a lot. So I just finished those 2, and then I'm going to read from the beginning again. I think I'm going to start it next week the first week in January. I'll restart it again. So I'm really looking forward to this. I totally loved what I've read so far. So yeah, Tori's an amazing author, so check it out. After that, in terms of indie, when I finish that, I'm going to read P.L. Stewart's A Drowned Kingdom. This is the beginning of a series. I think he's finishing the series now. So really looking forward to this. Apparently the protagonist is an unlikable character, so we'll see how that turns out. But people love this series, and PL is fabulous, so I'm gonna read that after that. And then a kind of short one in comparison will be up next. Cage of Stars by Fraser Armitage. So I'm looking forward to this. I just loved it. It's a robot who's kind of lost and sounds really good, and I think it's going to be a quick read, so I'm looking forward to checking out his work. So that's coming up next. And then I'm going to finish a trilogy that I started, and I just love Quimby Olson's, her Dragons, her Miss Percy's series. I don't know if there's more than 3 actually, but this is really lighthearted. I love the voice. It's kind of like Regency. It's a Regency time period in England. And then the second book is in Wales. And it's just, it's a lighthearted kind of palate cleanser kind of thing, which I really enjoy. And I really enjoy the author's voice and the writing style. And it's just fun. So I really like it. So I'm looking forward to this after some of the heavier stuff. So that's that. And then I want to read the Minton Trio's Discovery. I hear this is weird, I think someone called it. Quirky. But really, really action-packed, I think. These guys have it's a threesome. It's the father, mother, and son up to a talking story. And they like kind of did it like a TV, writing it like you would write a TV show, like with a showrunner and stuff, which was the wife, I guess. Anyway, really interesting approach. So I'm really curious to see how all this, what it's all about. And apparently it's a really good story. So that will be up after that. And then I'm long overdue in reading an Andy Pelican book. So I'm going to start with this Dark Blade Assassin. Fantastic cover, dark, brooding, classic. So I'm looking for, I love this kind of book. So I like Philip Quantrell's books. I think it seems to be sort of the same vein. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, so that'll be coming up after Discovery. I might switch the order around depending on my mood. This is a new author, the Pandora's Box. This is L.S. Franco. She helped me with the Freebies Lounge at Worldcon, and she's got a trilogy out. And this was a runner honorable mention for the Eric Hoffer Award. So I'm really looking forward to checking out L.S. Franco's work. More indies coming up. Yep. So Rosaire Bushy, the enigmatic, quiet, soft-spoken person who does a lot of videos with Mike Mullman in their Balding, I think they call it, video series, which they have multiple a week. You wouldn't know he's an author because he doesn't talk much about his work, but I'm looking forward to this. This is one of his new releases. It's fantasy. Sigil of Enderun. So I'm looking forward to checking his work out. What else do I have? Oh, this was the recent winner of BBNYA's contest, which I was in and got kicked out of early for Darktown. This won, and people just love this book. It looks like it's kind of like a middle grade, but adults are just raving all over it. So it's short. Fiona and the Forgotten Piano by Kate DeMaio. So this is going to be a fun read, and I'm going to jump into that. This could be something I could read like over a weekend. Another short book, which was kind of a random pick, The Heart of Miranar by Ty Harrow. Hasn't been getting any attention. I mean, I saw her post it on X. I'm pretty active on X, formerly Twitter. If you want to find me, you can follow me there. That's pretty much where I do my social media postings. I curate my feed in X completely. It's all authors in writing and speculative fiction. There's like no political stuff in my feed at all. And the way you do that is just like and comment and follow people in the writing community, and just don't respond at all to any of the political stuff. And I don't get any. It's fantastic. Anyway, so I'm looking forward to this. It's really short. How many pages? 108 or more, 110. Anyway, I'm looking forward to this. It looks fun. And another kind of indie author that I found at a Writers Con, I think it was BayCon in the Bay Area where I live in California. The Bravest Queen, Dawn of the Final Dominion War by Lamont Robinson. So I want to check this out. I met him, and he has a whole series, so it looks fun. So I'm going to check that out. The Fear of Monquois, Brian Asher. Saw him at Worldcon as well. So this has been on my list for a while. I think he was in one of the Spiffball competitions with me. I'm not sure where he placed in the competition. Anyway, really interesting cover. So he has lots of books out. So anyway, I'm going to start with this one. And then this one, Blood by Salt, I think it just won the Spiffbo 10, and it's in the running, I think. It's in the running for the Spiffbo, what do they call it? Champion League. It's like in the top two. I think it's in contention between this and Sorted Kaigen. So we'll see which one wins. It's going to be any day now. Today is the 28th of December. So I'm not sure when that contest is going to end, but very shortly, if it hasn't already, by J.L. Odom. Apparently this is really good book. So I'm going to check that out by Blood by Salt. Here's another Spiffbo. If you don't know what it is, it's self-published fantasy blog off. It's a competition of self-published fantasy started by the author Mark Lawrence, who's a trad published author. He has a lot of great books out. You should check it out. I just finished his Prince of Thorn trilogy. Really, really good. Grimdark. Loved it. But anyway, he started this contest, and groups of bloggers or individual bloggers are the judges. There's 10 teams of bloggers. I believe they each get 30 books. So it's really well-respected contest, really fun to be in and to follow. Anyway, one that I think it won. I think this is also in the Champions League. Orconomics by J. Zachary Pike. This was a few years ago. Anyway, I've been wanting to check it out, so it's on my list for this year. Another one that I've been wanting to read for a long time, Jim Wilburn, The Seventh Cadence. So looking forward to this. So let's see, The Continua Chronicles, Book 1. Action-packed epic fantasy adventure. Perfect for fans of Brandon Sanderson, Brent Weeks, and Robert Jordan. So that's right up my alley. I don't know who Brent Weeks is, actually. Another indie kind of person in the community, K.E. Andrews, The Assassin of Grins and Secrets. So this was another SPIFFO book, I believe. Kind of a lot of us have found each other through that competition. That's why I keep mentioning it. Sort of has been sort of a hub of a community of indie authors, fantasy authors. So I want to finally check this out. She also had the Heather and Bone, I think that's what it's called, book that also is well regarded. And then another indie author, Michael Michel, The Price of Power. I want to check that out, so I grabbed that. I have an enormous library. I went into obsessive book buying binge like in 2024 and somewhat in 2025, and I just have so many books on my shelves that I haven't read. So I'm hoping I can get through 2 or 3 books a month, and I do audiobook as well. So I think I can get through pretty much everything in my stack. That's the indie part. I'm going to get to the trad stuff right now if I am just diligent. So we'll see how it works out. I tend to like fat books, and I'm kind of a slow reader because I really dive into the books and really focus and concentrate on every word. And so it takes me a while. I'm not like one of those, speed readers. Like I can do that, but I don't enjoy it as much. Anyway, the book that I'm reading right now, I'm actually listening to it. I'm doing an immersive read. I'm kind of switching back and forth between print and audio, and that's Christopher Racchio's Empire of Silence. And I'm loving this so much. It's really my style. It's kind of the slow burn, character driven, very in-depth world building. It's fantastic. So I'm totally loving this. So I imagine that I'll be finishing it up in the next week or 2. So, and then this is a reread, but I don't know how many years ago I read this, and I've just watched the movie multiple times, but I kind of forget, like, what is The Hobbit versus Lord of the Rings? I mean, I know what it is, but I really have no recollection of the writing. I flipped through it, and I'm like, I don't remember reading this. I think I was a teenager when I read it, and I'm old. So I don't know. Anyway, so I want to read that. Then I have this fun special edition thingy. And then I've got to get to this Long Price Quartet. People just rave about it. I have all 4 books sitting on my shelf. So I wanna check that out, see what Daniel Abraham is all about. I've only heard great things. Did I mention I'm doing a giveaway? I forgot to tell you, but I'm telling you now, if you've hung with me this long, it's 13 minutes in. This is a book that I want to read, King's Dragon by Kate Elliott. Really looking forward to this one. And for some reason I have 2. I told you they're both hardcover. I told you I want a book buying binge, and my problem is I have like 5 or 6 or 7 different shelves, and some of them are too deep. So sometimes I can't find the books that I have. And then I'm like, oh my God, I have that already, which is kind of crazy. I know. And I've stopped because I'm broke now from my obsession. Anyway, so I'm going to give one of these away to someone in the US. Sorry, it's only US. The reason is in the US, we have something called media mail where you can mail books for really cheap. Like this will cost me like $5 to ship in the US. Whereas if I ship it to like the UK, it'll be like $30 or $50 or something crazy. Canada is insane, even though it's right over the border. So sorry, but if you want one of these, just say so in the comments. I will go through January 3rd, and then I'll randomly pick someone end of day, West Coast, US time. I will choose, if anybody wants that, just put in the comments that you're down for it and that you're in the US. And then I will reach out to you. I'll DM you somehow. How can I DM you on YouTube? Is that a thing? I don't know. I will respond to your comment, I guess, or if you're on another social media, just give me your handle of like Twitter or Instagram or something, and I'll hit you up there, or Discord. Anyway, that sounds kind of vague, and it is, but we'll see how it works out. Anyway, so that is for King's Dragon by Kate Elliott, the giveaway. What else? Well, third book of Mistborn. So I think it was even in 2024 that I read the first two books. I really loved the first book, like so much. The second book, kind of is not as much, but I really liked it still. But I hear this is like better than the second book, so I'm really looking forward to wrapping this up. The Brandon Sanderson Hero of Ages. This is the only Sanderson I've read aside from the Robert Jordan, Brandon Sanderson posthumous Wheel of Time stuff that Brandon Sanderson did. I have Way of Kings, and so eventually I'll get to that. But anyway, that's my Brandon Sanderson. Okay, what's next? Januarts. So I just finished Grand Conspiracy. If you don't know this series, it's incredible. Wars of Light and Shadow. Chunky. Her prose is incredible. I call it dense. It's an interesting experience reading her prose. It's almost like spellbinding in itself. It took me, the first book, took me a whole book to kind of get in the groove of her writing, and now I just love it, and I'm kind of addicted to it. It's really weird phenomenon. I haven't experienced prose like this before in my life. Anyway, this is the next one in the series I just read. I think I just told you. I just read Grand Conspiracy. This is like, what is it, book 4 or 5, I think, depending on how you count. In the UK, one book is bound together. In the US, it's 2 books for the War of Vastmark. Anyway, I am babbling, but I'm looking forward to continuing the series on this. It does take me a while to read her books because, like I said, the prose, and I'm a word-by-word reader, and then like I end up looking up stuff because she uses a lot of kind of archaic words that aren't in the dictionary. But if you look it up on like Google, it's a real word from like 15th century Scotland or something. Anyway, really interesting. What else? Oh, another series I want to continue. Jade War. I'm hoping this is book 2. Yeah, book 2 of the Greenbone Saga by Fonda Lee. Totally love book 1. Oh my God. It's like urban fantasy in a made up world, sort of like Japan-ish, sort of like modern day with like street gangs and stuff, but yet this mobsters, mob families, but really fantasy. Jade is like, has magical properties. Anyway, I just totally love this. If you haven't checked out Fonda Lee, like, I'm a huge fan. Just really, really love her stuff. Well, that's the only book I've read, but she has other shorter stuff out that she's put out recently. Anyway, really looking forward to finishing that. All right, now, I'm a complete Star Wars nut. I love Star Wars. It's been an influence for me in terms of my fantasy world building and writing. Like the Moondeed series is was somewhat inspired by that, but I've never read any Star Wars books, so I have a couple I'm going to try. I have these 2 by different authors. Let's see, they're both legends. The Paradise Snare Han Solo Trilogy Book 1 by A.C. Crispin, and Jedi Search, the Jedi Academy Trilogy Book 1 by Kevin J. Anderson. Anyway, they're short. I'm looking forward to see what this is all about, so that'll be fun. I'm almost done, guys. I have 5 left, so we're almost done. It's 18 minutes in. I have been wanting to check out J.N. Chaney's work for a really long time, Renegade Star. So you can see I'm on a little science fiction stack here. So looking forward to this. Jace Hughes is a renegade. That means taking jobs and not asking questions, no matter the situation. So long as he can keep his ship floating, Jace is free to live the life he wants. Cool. All right. Here's another author I'm really excited to get into. And this is Shauna Lawless. And this is book 1 of, I think she just finished the trilogy. This is The Children of Gods and Fighting Men. I hear it's fantastic. I met her in person at Worldcon. She's a completely lovely human being. So I'm really, really looking forward to this. In 981 AD, the Viking king of Dublin is dead. Looking forward to that. What else? Okay, for another light-hearted, a lit RPG, book 2 after Legends and Lattes. I enjoyed Legends of Lattes a lot. The third book just came out, so I'm like, okay, well, let me read this. This will be a quick read. I really like the little world that Travis Baldree has created in his little like coffee shop in a little mythical town by a retired orc woman and her sidekicks. There's some little magical things. There's magical stuff in there that's very interesting and intriguing, and I'm hoping that some of those other characters, the storylines get built up, but we'll see. Anyway, looking forward to that. What is this? Oh, Elizabeth Bear is an author I've been wanting to read for a long time. I've been going to writing conventions for years, for decades, and she often has been a panelist, and I've listened to her do readings and stuff, but I've never read her work. So I'm really looking forward to it. This is Range of Ghosts. Anyway, I have a few of her books. I just randomly picked this one. I'm not sure why, but anyway, I'm looking forward to it. Elizabeth Bear. If any of you have read Elizabeth Bear, let me know what you think. And the last one is a book I just got from Broken Binding, a subscription, which is The Bloody Rose by Nicholas Ames. This is the second book of a duology with Kings of the Wild. Completely loved Kings of the Wild. It was so good. It was like grimdark, funny, kind of a band of retired warriors, friends coming back together to save his daughter in Kings of the Wild. I mean, that's kind of the inciting incident, so I'm not spoiling anything. But anyway, it was just really fun, surprisingly lighthearted and interesting, and this is the second book. So I'm looking forward to it. The art in here is unbelievably incredible. Patrick Leo did the art direction, and you could all the different artists. This one I just think it's just so amazing, and that happens to be by who is that by? End paper art by Daniel Kamarudin. Cover art by Julian Delval. Anyway, Nicholas Ames, Bloody Rose, looking forward to it. That's it. That's what I have. Oh, I have a couple other books that I don't have yet. Alpha by Chris Marchese I want to read. It's his debut release. I ordered it. I don't have it yet. There's a couple more books coming in that I plan to read, new releases. Anyway, that's it. So wish me luck. Let's see if I can get through all of these. I don't know. It's a lot. But anyway, nice to talk to you. And again, I'm Palmer Pickering, and I don't really have a channel. I think it's under Mythology Press, which is the name of my publishing company, my own indie press. Anyway, I'm going to post this and leave in the comments if you found this interesting or not, and if you've read any of those books or have other recommendations on tell me what you're reading for 2026. And if you want the Kate Elliott book, if you're in the U.S., drop me a line, and we'll figure out how to communicate. My email address is palmerpickering@gmail.com. No punctuation, just Palmer Pickering. So anyway, there you go. Happy New Year. Hope you have a great 2026. Bye now.